Hey there, folks. Today I'm going to do something highly uncharacteristic and talk about things that other people are talking about. Weird. But first, I'm going to introduce you to the Bertrand prejudice test. It's a very simple and devastatingly effective way to probe yourself to find out if you're prejudiced about something or not. And this is something that everybody who is serious about not being prejudiced has to do. You can't just blanket go, I'm not prejudiced, and just leave it at that for the rest of your life. We all have prejudices lurking in our brains, and the only way to get rid of them is to look for them. Anyhow, the Bertrand test is very simple. What you do is you take a given scenario and you change the variable that's not supposed to matter. Something like gender, sexual orientation, race, religion, etc. And see if it changes how you feel about the situation. If it does, you're prejudiced. That doesn't mean you're a horrible person for the rest of your life, but it does mean you've got a little work to do. Now, the thing that everyone's talking about is that apparently this lady is a delivery driver, and she gets to an address, and the doors open a crack, so she pushes open the door, and there's a dude with his, shall we say, male attribute out. Okay, that's not good. Assuming it wasn't some bizarre accident. Don't do that to people. That's bad. She did not consent to that. However, what she then did was she whipped out her phone and she recorded the guy and then posted it to TikTok. And that's also not good. TikTok, of course, took it down, but not before it got 10 million views. And people are acting like TikTok taking it down was some bizarre act of censorship. And some people are actually taking this woman's side. But let's apply the Bertrand test to the situation. Flip the genders. A man's a delivery driver, sees the doors open a crack, pushes it open. There's a woman with her cat on display, shall we say? Or at least another word for it. And he records her, and he posts it to the internet. How do you feel about that? Is it the same? I'm betting it's not. If it was a man, then you'd know it is what it is, which is revenge porn. You don't do that. The fact that it started with the person in the house doing a wrong thing doesn't justify doing an equally wrong thing. And see, that's the beauty of the Bertrand test. It's that simple. You just change the variable. You don't record people's exposure without their consent. You also don't expose yourself to people without their consent. Everybody's wrong here. But as people have been pointing out, what she did, exposing him to 10 million people when he only exposed himself to one person, is arguably 10 million times worse. For a lot of people, you gotta flip the genders in order for them to see it. So that's my little comment on the hot news of the day, and my introduction to the Bertrand prejudice test. If you are serious about not being a prejudiced person, you have to apply this test especially to anything where you feel strongly about something. Odds are that might very well be where your prejudice is. Or it might, you might be completely righteous, but just, think about it. I guess that's all for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.